Dear students, today we will start chapter number 8, reduction formula. Making the introduction, sometimes it is possible to make an angle depend on another integral of similar but simpler form. This is done by integration by parts or by method of connecting the integrals. Once we establish the connection between the given integral and a simpler integral of same type, the integration of the given integral can be completed by means of repeated application of the relation already established. Making the definition, reduction formula is a formula which connects the given integral with another integral which is of same type but simpler to integrate. Making first formula, reduction formula for integration tangent raised to power n x dx. Suppose first of all let in is equal to integration tangent x raised to power n dx, and this can be written as integration of tangent raised to power n minus 2 into tangent square x dx. Now we are able to write down tangent square x secant square x minus 1 into dx, and now making multiplication integration tangent raised to power n minus 2x into secant square x dx minus integration of tangent raised to power n minus 2x dx. Now as the using the formula, when we have fx raised to power n into the derivative of function fx, then this can be integrated as fx raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 when n is not equal to minus 1. Using this formula here, then integrate first integral, that is integration tangent raised to power n minus 2x into secant square x, as tangent x derivative is secant square x. Therefore using formula we have integration as tangent raised to power n minus 1 x divided by n minus 1 minus integration of tangent raised to power n minus 2 x dx. As the integral is of same type, therefore this can be written as integral I n minus 2, that is in is becomes equal to tangent raised to power n minus 1 x divided by n minus 1 minus I n minus 2, marking this to be number 1. This is the required reduction formula. Now note, the reduction formula for integration cot raised to power n x dx can be derived similarly and is given by integration cot raised to power n x dx is equal to minus cot raised to power n minus 1 x divided by n minus 1 minus integration of cot raised to power n minus 2 x dx. In the similar way, we can draw reduction formula for integration cot raised to power n x dx. Now 8.2.1, to evaluate integration tangent raised to power 3x dx using reduction formula for integration tangent raised to power nx dx. As from previous article, we have reduction formula for integration tangent raised to power nx dx is equal to tangent raised to power n minus 1 x divided by n minus 1 minus integration of tangent raised to power n minus 2 x dx. Now putting here n is equal to 3 into this reduction formula, we get integration tangent raised to power 3 x dx is equal to tangent square x divided by 2 minus integration of tangent x dx. And as for solving integration tangent x dx, we use here formula integration for tangent x dx is equal to log of secant x. This is the required result. Now reduction formula for integration of secant raised to power nx dx. Supposing first of all let in is equal to integration of secant raised to power nx dx. This can be written as integration of secant raised to power n minus 2x into secant square x dx. Now integrating by parts, we have, supposing secant raised to power n minus 2x as first function, therefore making the integration for secant square x, this becomes tangent x minus integration of derivative of first function, that is power first n minus 2 into secant raised to power n minus 3x, and derivative for secant x is secant x tangent x, and integration of second function as tangent x dx. Now simplifying this relation, as first is secant raised to power n minus 2x tangent x minus taking constant term as outside n minus 2 integration of secant raised to power n minus 2x and tangent square x. Now first term as it is, in second term the inside the integral opening tangent square as secant square x minus 1. Now multiplying the terms and distribute the integration. Now first term as it is, second term becomes minus n minus 2 in plus n minus 2 in minus 2, because there is similar type of integrals. Now the second term taking left hand side, writing in left hand side the second term in right hand side, and taking the constant as common, 1 plus n minus 2 in is equal to secant raised to power n minus 2x tangent x plus n minus 2 in minus 2. Now in becomes equal to secant raised to power n minus 2x tangent x divided by n minus 1 plus n minus 2 divided by n minus 1 in minus 2, writing this to be number 1. Therefore this becomes reduction formula. Making note, the reduction formula for integration of cosecant raised to power nx dx can be derived similarly and is given by integration of cosecant raised to power nx dx is equal to minus cosecant raised to power n minus 2x cot x divided by n minus 1 plus n minus 2 divided by n minus 1 integration of cosecant raised to power n minus 2x dx. Now next one, 8.3.1, to evaluate integration of secant raised to power 6x dx using reduction formula for integral of secant raised to power nx dx. Putting in the reduction formula, putting n is equal to 6, 4, 2 successively in first, we get I6 is becomes equal to secant raised to power 4x tangent x divided by 5 plus 4 by 5 I4, and I4 is evaluated by making n is equal to 4 into the reduction formula. This becomes equal to secant raised to power 2x tangent x divided by 3 plus 2 by 3 I2, and I2 is evaluated, this becomes equal to secant raised to power 0x tangent x divided by 1 plus 0 is becomes equal to tangent x, marking this to be number 4. Using 3 in 2 and 4 in 2 also, this becomes I6. I6 after simplification, this becomes secant raised to power 4x tangent x divided by 5 plus 4 by 15 secant square x tangent x plus 8 by 15 tangent x. Now next 8.4. 8.4 reduction formula for integration of x raised to power m log x raised to power n dx. Integration of x raised to power m log x raised to power n dx. Integrating by parts, taking log x raised to power n x as first function. Therefore first function as it is, log x raised to power n, and second function integration x raised to power m plus 1 divided by m plus 1 minus integration of the derivative of first, decrease the power by 1, that is n into log x raised to power n minus 1, and derivative of log x is 1 by x, and integration of second one is x raised to power m plus 1 divided by m plus 1. Now simplifying it, this becomes x raised to power m plus 1 divided by m plus 1 log x raised to power n first term minus in second term taking the outside constant term from the integral minus n m divided by m plus 1 integration of x raised to power m log x raised to power n minus 1 dx, marking this to be number 1, and which is the required reduction formula. And with the help of this we are able to evaluate integration 0 to 1 x raised to power 4 log x raised to power 3 dx using reduction formula for integration x raised to power m log x raised to power n dx. Now in the above reduction formula we will put m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 3. We have integration x raised to power 4 log x raised to power n dx as equal to x raised to power 5 by 5 log x raised to power n minus n by 5 integration of x raised to power 4 log x raised to power n minus 1 dx, marking this to be number 2. Now putting n is equal to 3 to 1 in second respectively, we get integration x raised to power 4 log x raised to power 3 dx is equal to x की power 5 divided by 5 log x raised to power 3 minus 3 by 5 integration of x की 4 log x की power 2 dx. Now from third the integration x raised to power 4 log x raised to power 2 dx by the above reduction formula, this can be evaluated as x raised to power 5 by 5 log x raised to power 2 minus 2 by 5 integration x raised to power 4 log x dx, marking this to be number 4. And in relation number 4, integral x raised to power 4 log x dx is evaluated by above reduction formula, putting n is equal to 1 x raised to power 5 by 5 log x minus 1 by 5 integration x raised to power 4, and integration x raised to power 4 is evaluated as x raised to power 5 divided by 5. This becomes number 5. From third, fourth and fifth relation we get the required result, that is integration 0 to 1 x raised to power 4 log x raised to power 3 dx is equal to minus 6 by 6 to 5. Now reduction formula for x raised to power n e raised to power ax dx. Integration x raised to power n e raised to power ax dx is equal to, by integrating by parts, assuming x raised to power n as first function, e raised to power ax as second function. First function as it is, second integral as e a x divided by a minus first derivative power first, decrease the power by 1, n into x raised to power n minus 1 into e raised to power ax by a dx. And now this becomes equal to first term as it is, x raised to power n e raised to power ax by a minus taking constant as outside from the integral minus n by a integration of x raised to power n minus 1 e raised to power ax. Thus if in is equal to integral x की power n e की ax dx, then in is becomes equal to x raised to power n e raised to power ax divided by a minus n by a into in minus 1, that is in is connected with in minus 1, that is of same type and simpler type, which is the required reduction formula. Now taking some solved examples. Example first, if un is equal to integration 0 to pi by 4 tangent raised to power nx dx, show that un plus un minus 2 is equal to 1 by n minus 1, hence evaluate u5. Solution is, as un is equal to 0 to pi by 4 tangent nx dx, now this can be written as 0 to integral 0 to pi by 4 tangent raised to power n minus 2x into tangent square x, and tangent square x can be written as secant square x minus 1 dx, and distribute the integral as integration 0 to pi by 4 tangent raised to power n minus 2x secant square x dx minus integration 0 to pi by 4 tangent raised to power n minus 2x dx. And now first integral is as tangent x derivative is in multiplication as secant square x, therefore integral is evaluated as raising the power 1 and divided by the same power, that is tangent raised to power n minus 2 plus 1, that becomes tangent raised to power n minus 1 x divided by the same power as n minus 1 and limit is from 0 to pi by 4 minus integration 0 to pi by 4 tangent raised to power n minus 2x dx. And now in first term, putting upper limit and lower limit, that is 1 by n minus 1 into tangent raised to power n minus 1 pi by 4 minus tangent raised to power n minus 1 0 minus second term, second integral is written as un minus 2, that is un is becomes equal to, as tangent 0 is 0, tangent pi by 4 is 1, therefore un is becomes equal to 1 by n minus 1 minus un minus 2, therefore un plus un minus 2 is becomes equal to 1 by n minus 1. Now we have to evaluate u5, therefore putting n equal to 5 and 3 in first, that is u5 is becomes equal to 1 by 4 minus u3, and u3 is becomes equal to 1 by 2 minus u1. u3 becomes equal to 1 by 2 minus 0 to pi by 4 tangent x dx, and integral of tangent x is log secant x, and limit is 0 to pi by 4. Therefore this becomes equal to 1 by 2 minus log under root 2 as secant pi by 4 is under root 2. Therefore this becomes 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 log 2. From second we get u5 is becomes equal to 1 by 4 minus u3, and putting the value for u3 as 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 log 2. After simplification this becomes 1 by 2 log 2 minus 1 by 4. Now the next example is example second. If Im is equal to integral 0 to 1 x raised to power n log x raised to power m dx, and n is greater than equal to 0 and m is a positive integer, prove that Im is equal to minus m by n plus 1 Im minus 1, and hence evaluate I3. Solution is Im is as given, integration 0 to 1 x raised to power n log x raised to power m dx is equal to, integrating by parts this one, log x raised to power m taking to be first function, and second function is x raised to power n, therefore integral is x raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, and taking limit 0 to 1 minus integral 0 to 1 first function derivative power first m log x raised to power m minus 1 divided by log x derivative as 1 by x, and integral of second as x raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, and putting upper limit and lower limit into the first term, this giving 0 minus 0, as log 1 is 0, and when we put x as 0, this giving 0 value, and in second term taking constant term as outside from the integral minus m by n plus 1, integration 0 to 1 x raised to power n log x raised to power m minus 1. Therefore Im is becomes equal to minus m by n plus 1 into Im minus 1 as required, marking this to be number 1. Now putting m is equal to 3, 2, 1 successfully in first, we get I3 as minus 3 by n plus 1 I2. I2 is obtained as minus 2 by n plus 1 I1, and I1 is equal to minus 1 by n plus 1 I naught. Therefore this equal to minus 1 by n plus 1 integral 0 to 1 x raised to power n, and this giving after evaluation minus 1 by n plus 1 x raised to power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1, limit is 0 to 1, and this giving as minus 1 by n plus 1. When we put upper limit, this giving 1 by n plus 1, and lower limit giving as 0 value, therefore this becomes minus 1 by n plus 1 square. I1 is, therefore I1 is equal to minus 1 by n plus 1, marking this to be 4. And now from second we get I3 as equal to minus 3 by n plus 1 I2, and putting the I2 and I1 value, this giving as minus 6 by n plus 1 raised to power 4. Now example number third, as evaluate integral 0 to infinity x raised to power n e raised to power minus x dx, where n is a positive integer. solution is let in is as according to 0 to infinity x raised to power n e raised to power minus x dx. Integrating by parts, we get in is equal to, integrating by parts, we have x raised to power n e raised to power minus x divided by minus 1, 0 to infinity minus 0 to infinity, first derivative as n into x raised to power n minus 1 and integral of second as e raised to power minus x divided by minus 1 dx. First term, since x raised to power n e raised to power minus x tends to 0 as x tends to infinity, therefore first term total becomes 0 and second term giving as value as n into integral 0 to infinity x raised to power n minus 1 e raised to power minus x dx, or in is becomes equal to n into in minus 1, marking this to be number 2. Replacing n by n minus 1 in second, we get in minus 1 is becomes equal to n minus 1 in minus 2, marking this to be number third. Using third in second, we have in is equal to n into n minus 1 in minus 2. In general, in becomes equal to n minus 1 n minus 2 n factors and in minus n, that is n factorial into I naught, and I naught is evaluated as 0 to integral 0 to infinity x raised to power 0 e raised to power minus x dx, and integral of e raised to power minus x is e minus x divided by minus 1, 0 to infinity. E raised to power infinity is 0 and e raised to power 0 is 1, and this giving as 1 value. From fourth, we get in as equal to n factorial. Now taking example number fourth. If un is equal to integral log x raised to power n dx, show that un plus n un minus 1 is equal to x into log x raised to power n. As for solution, un is given as integral log x raised to power n dx, taking 1 as second function, therefore integrating by parts log x raised to power n into 1, the integral of 1 unit is x minus integral of power first decrease the power by 1 n into log x raised to power n minus 1 into 1 by x into x, this giving as x into log x raised to power n minus n integral of log x raised to power n minus 1 dx. This is equal to x log x raised to power n minus n un minus 1, or this can be written as un plus n un minus 1 is equal to x log x raised to power n as required. Dear students, please try exercise 8.1, and if you have any problem, then discuss with me. Now next exercise, the reduction formula for integral sine raised to power nx dx. Integration sine nx dx can be written as equal to integral of sine n raised to power n minus 1 x into sine x dx. And now integrating by parts, assuming sine raised to power n minus 1 x as first function, and integral of second, that is integration of sine x is minus cos x minus integration of derivative first power first n minus 1 sine raised to power n minus 2x, and derivative sine is cos x into integral of second as minus cos x dx. First term becomes minus sine raised to power n minus 1 x into cos x, and in second term, taking constant term as outside from the integral, plus n minus 1 integral of sine raised to power n minus 2 cos square x dx. First term as it is. In second term, writing the value for cos square x as 1 minus sine square x and distribute the integral. We have minus sine raised to power n minus 1 x cos x plus n minus 1 integration of sine raised to power n minus 2 x dx minus n minus 1 integration of sine nx dx. Now taking similar term into the left hand side and other terms in right hand side, therefore this becomes integration of sine nx dx is equal to minus sine raised to power n minus 1 x cos x divided by n plus n minus 1 divided by n integration of sine raised to power n minus 2x dx, which is the required reduction formula for integral sine raised to power nx dx. Now, to evaluate integral sine raised to power 4x dx using reduction formula for integration of sine raised to power nx dx. The value of integral sine raised to power 4x dx can be obtained from first as follows. Putting n equal to 4 in first, we get integration sine raised to power 4x dx is equal to minus sine 3x cos x divided by 4 plus 3 by 4 sine square x dx, marking this to be number 2. Now putting n equal to 2 in first, we get integral of sine square x dx is equal to minus sine x cos x divided by 2 plus 1 by 2 integration of sine 0x dx, and marking this to be number 3. Therefore, we have from second and third we have integration sine 4x dx is equal to minus sine 3x cos x divided by 4 plus 3 by 4 minus sine x cos x by 2 plus x by 2. Therefore, the required result is as integration of sine raised to power 4x dx is equal to 3x by 8 minus 3 sine x cos x by 8 minus sine raised to power 3x cos x divided by 4. Now, evaluation of integration 0 से pi by 2 sine raised to power nx dx, where n is a positive, even and odd integer. For evaluating this, first of all, we suppose that let in is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to power nx dx is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to power n minus 1x into sine x dx, and now integrating by parts, assuming sine raised to power n minus 1x as first function and sine x as second function. Therefore, this becomes sine raised to power n minus 1x as it is. Sine x integration is minus cos x, and limit is from 0 to pi by 2 minus integral 0 to pi by 2 derivative first as n minus 1 sine raised to power n minus 2x and derivative sine x as cos x, and integral of second term as minus cos x dx. Now, in first term, putting upper limit and lower limit, this giving as 0 value, and in second term taking constant term as outside, this becomes n minus 1 integration 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to power n minus 2x cos square x, and now using cos square x as minus 1 minus sine square x and distributing the integral, we have in is equal to n minus 1 in minus 2 minus n minus 1 into in, and taking similar integral as into the left hand side and other terms in right hand side. Therefore, in plus n minus 1 in is becomes equal to n minus 1 in minus 2, or 1 plus n minus 1 into in is equal to n minus 1 in minus 2, and in is equal to n minus 1 divided by n in minus 2, marking this to be number 1. Changing n to n minus 2, we get in minus 2 as n minus 2 minus 1 divided by n minus 2 in minus 4. Therefore, from first, in is equal to n minus 1 into n minus 3 divided by n into n minus 2 in minus 4, and so on. Now, taking two cases, when n is case first, when n is a positive even integer, therefore in becomes n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5 into 1 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4, 2, and I naught is evaluated giving as pi by 2 value. Therefore, in is becomes equal to n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5 into 1, so on, 1 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4 into so on 2, and in multiplication pi by 2. This as number 2. Now the case second, when n is positive odd integer, in is equal to n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5, and in last so on 2 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4 into so on 3, I1, and I1 is evaluated as giving 1 value. Therefore, in becomes n minus 1 divided by n minus 3, n minus 5, so on 2 divided by n minus 2, n minus 4, and so on 3, marking this to be number 3. Remark, the above formula is called Wallis formula and can be expressed as integration 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to power nx dx is equal to n minus 1 multiplied by go on diminishing by 2 divided by n multiplied with go on diminishing by 2, and last in multiplication pi by 2 if n is a positive even integer. And in similar way, second case, if n is a positive odd integer, n minus 1 value is n minus 1 in multiplication go on diminishing by 2 divided by n, and in multiplication go on diminishing by 2. This is known as Wallis formula. In similar way, we are able to prepare reduction formula for integration cos raised to power nx dx, and this we will complete in next lecture. Thank you.